Zombie hunting sounds like a pretty good way to make a living too, don't you think?
Dangerous. It's dangerous in Vegas in this world, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a great premise though. Go in to try to liberate this money from the vault of a casino.
It's zombies and it's heist, and that's so right. I'm curious. What for you is like? What are you more of a zombie movie kind of guy or more of a heist movie kind of
guy? I don't know if I can narrow it down like that.
It's tough.
I do like science fiction. I do like fantasy. I've got multiple boxes of comic books still in my thing that I cannot part with.
I feel like a lot of us do.
Oh man. I'm so glad too. I'm so glad that's how I spent my childhood.
That is cool.
Reading comics, and I mean, you're really looking at storyboards. I'm sure it played a big part in me being a movie, being an actor.
Yeah.
So this was great fun, and really excited that Zach's not afraid to kind of rethink very popular, almost trope-ish genres. There's expectations about zombies, and he's going to break them all. And it kind of feels like high time,
Yeah.
Why can't they be this way? It's all made up,
It's a brilliant blend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So, also a big comic book fan going way back. I remember vividly, picking up. I remember when I was a kid, man, like I remember buying like the Death of Superman. I remember buying that like in the store and Batman Nightfall, right? Like those were really big issues and those were big deals. And I remember, so I'm curious, what for you, is there any specific issue or anything that you remember? Like, you're like, man, I remember having that. I remember picking that up.
The comics?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm clearly a lot older than you. Because those I think were college for me, or at least high school. I loved, I had the entire set of Master of Kung Fu, which is Shang-Chi.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who's finally about to get his own movie. I'm so excited. I loved the Barry Smith. I was an artist guy. I loved Barry Smith, the Barry Smith comics. I love Bernie Wrightson Swamp Thing, or Michael William Kaluta's The Shadow stuff. I love that kind of thing. I got a ton of X-Men. I've got almost the entire set of the X-Men. And, I really like Jim Byrne a lot. I like Neil Adams. Like, so many, like the Green Arrow team ups, that Neil Adams drew. They're beautiful. They're just beautiful.
Neil Adams too is a really good guy. I haven't got to meet, I can't say I've met a ton of, people, but I have met Neil Adams one time. He was just a really, really good guy, which is always nice to find out.
Yeah. It seems like a fun way to make a living,
right.
To draw comics, or, what's a story,
I don't know. Zombie hunting sounds like a pretty good way to make a living too, don't you think?
Dangerous. Dangerous in Vegas in this world, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a great premise though. Go in to try to liberate this money from the vault of a casino.
That's really an interesting concept.
Yeah, we just find more than we bargained for. We weren't expecting zombie tigers, and it makes sense. It's so smart in Vegas. You see our sort of, everyone's calling her the zombie queen. That you kind of meet in that trailer. She's still got her showgirl outfit on. You know what I mean? And the girl who plays her, Athena Parampil is her name. Is just this incredible stunt woman. There's a general, there's a king. It's so imaginative, and I just can't wait for people to see it. I need this movie to open so we can stop keeping secrets.
Well, it's coming out in theaters on the 14th, right? It's going to open in theaters.
14th,
and then Netflix on the 21st.
That's right. So
everybody's going to get a chance to check it out.
That's right.
That's exciting. And let me ask you this. You just ended your run on Fear the Walking Dead, which was, it was it's an epic series. Was that a difficult show to leave, to walk away from, or to let me say it this way, to choose your exit?
Well, I didn't get to choose how I went, that's for sure.
Oh, gotcha.
That was up to them, even though I might have been anxious to do other things, so I'm grateful to them. But yeah, it's just a great bunch of people. It's really great working with Jenna Elfman. I think she's a great actress and a really wonderful scene partner. I really loved Lenny James, Austin. I mean, I'm just going to name them all because they're really cool people.
Sure.
And I wanted to get on the show originally because my friend Kim Dickens was on it from Deadwood.
Yeah.
I knew Kim since 2003 or whatever that was. I've known her a long time. A lot of Deadwood people ended up on that show. Dayton Cali, Ray McKinnon. It's just a great bunch of people in front of and behind the camera, and I will always cherish my time on that show and all the stuff it gave me. I don't think I'd be doing all the things I'm doing right now if it wasn't for Fear. For one reason or another, either.
Yeah. Zombie jumping, when you jump from one zombie thing to another. We got the you need to start the Garret Dillahunt zombie cinematic universe.
Right.
Just keep going.
Because I should be an expert at it by now, but
yeah. What would you say is the biggest difference between the zombies that are on Fear the Walking Dead and the zombies in Army of the Dead?
Well, a decision, and I don't think it's a secret, that the creators of the Walking Dead universe made, is that the zombies over time, they're rotting. They get more and more, they deteriorate. So, it's tricky to make them a threat. They come up with all kinds of inventive ways to make them the source of fear.
Sure.
Show, and that wasn't the case in the first seasons of the show, which is kind of where Army of the Dead is. The outbreak is new. It's contained to Vegas. So I'm sure there's a lot of people in this fictitious world that aren't experts on zombies or know what to do, or, the team is, as you saw in the trailer, they're experienced in fighting zombies and they're asked to go back in again, this time for more selfish reasons. And they do. So, but, even they are surprised by a sort of new breed of zombie, which, you see their surprise in the trailer when we meet the Queen and the General there on that. I'm just calling them things that people call them online. I don't know if they have names.
Right. Well, a lot of times that's what happens. They got to get into was it like the zeitgeist, right? And then suddenly they get named by whatever, right. And they just sort of becomes like, it happens a lot.
Yeah. And people are creative. So these ones are fresh. They're fresh. There's a variety of kinds. There's some that you're going to recognize, and then there's new ones that no one wants to meet.
Like zombie tigers.
The tigers, yeah.
That feels like a pretty dangerous zombie. I feel like a zombie tiger way more dangerous than a zombie human.
Yeah, and it makes sense again in Vegas.
Yeah.
Siegfried and Roy's show or something.
Right. That is. It's almost logical if you break it down. I want to ask. Maybe this might just be for my own personal interest, gratification, whatever. So I was a big fan of Raising Hope. Absolutely loved that show.
Me too.
And I'm curious if doing a TV comedy is something you'd ever consider doing again. Dude, long form.
That's just so funny. You didn't know this. You're really asking that question, right?
Yeah.
So one of the reasons that I wanted to move on from my commitment to Fear was I am executive producing my own show with my buddy Greg Garcia.
Oh, that's exciting!
It's called Sprung. We've been picked up. Amazon bought us for a season. We'll start filming maybe in August or so, and it's going to be hilarious and a lot of heart. He's real proud of it. I can't wait. I'm champing at the bit. We're finishing up putting the cast together right now, and I think we're putting together a great group of people.
Yeah.
it's about a bunch of people who are let out of prison unexpectedly because of COVID, you know.
Oh, that's such a good premise.
Yeah, it's called Sprung. And I really want to tell you how the first episode starts because it's so funny, but I can't.
I understand.
Yeah, you know, we just all, I think this is all in the press release, you know, we're all, you know, we don't have a place to live. We weren't expecting this. So me and my prison girlfriend and my cellie crash at my cellie's mom's place. And we come up with a way to make a living, which isn't completely honest, but at the same time, we try to right some wrongs that some people have perpetrated during COVID. You know, a lot of people got taken advantage of during COVID. So we decided, you know, screw those guys. Let's take them. Let's take them for all they're worth. You know, it's a little bit capery as well, but there's a lot of heart and a lot of laughs. And I just really wanted to do something like that. I think people could use that. I'm glad you liked Raising Hope because
yeah. Well, I mean, the new show sounds a lot like a spiritual sequel to My Name Is Earl, which Greg also created, right?
That's right. And there certainly are themes you'll recognize, but it comes at it from a whole nother way that I think is real smart. And you know, this started with a conversation we had back in March of last year, you know, during COVID, of just, you know, what kind of character do you want to play? What's your dream guy? And I just started listing qualities I wanted and themes I wanted to do. And, you know, I like, because I like to fight, I like to do certain things, you know, very comic book kind of fantasies I have about myself. And so to find a way to locate all those desires into a story was just a dream come true. And I can't wait. I honestly can't wait.
Well, that's exciting. I mean, look, there's no denying, like, your range is unfathomable at times. I mean, you can play a character so despicable. Like, I think about like Last House on the Left,
Yeah.
you know, and then you jump to, you know, to Raising Hope, and it's like just the canyon size divide between the characters is just so impressive.
Well, I appreciate that. I kind of feel like it's what we do, you know, as actors, but few of us get the opportunity. And I've been really fortunate. I think because of Deadwood, where I got to play two people in the same show, which is just very unique. I think that pigeonholed me as the guy you're talking about, whether it's deserved or not. And I'll always be grateful for that because I certainly like to play different things, you know. It's what we did in theater school. You know, you're the fool one week and you're the king next. You know, that's what I thought you do. You stand in as many people's shoes as you can. So I'm grateful that I get the opportunity to do stuff like that. But
that's awesome.
I think a lot of people I know could do the same thing.
Well, you're incredibly humble, and that's very noble. Garrett, listen, man.
Metallica? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ride the Lightning. Listen, I wasn't actually going to say this, but
no, say it.
I told my wife earlier today, I was like, I'm wearing my Ride the Lightning shirt for my interview with Garret Dillahunt. And she was like, why? And I was like, because Cliff Burton is from the same area of California that Garret Dillahunt is from.
Oh, no way. From the Bay Area.
Cliff Burton was from, he was from the same part of California. So for me, it was like this personal little like Easter egg.
I didn't know that. I think Green Day, some of those guys are also from San Francisco, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's correct.
I was born in Castro Valley, which is like a suburb. You know, Oakland, Livermore, those things are all over there. But I don't remember it well. We moved away pretty early. But yeah, it's where I was born.
Yeah, but Bay Area thrash, man. I mean, I know that like I literally look like the kind of person that is into the music I'm into, but Bay Area thrash is iconic, man. Metallica, Slayer, and Anthrax. No, Anthrax from New York. Death Angel. So many good ones. Sorry, I'm trailing off.
Well, it's like because I ended up most of my childhood was in the Pacific Northwest. We had that's where the grunge scene was kind of thriving then. When I was, Nirvana was there, and Mother Love Bone, which would become Pearl Jam, was there. You know, Free Eddie Vedder. So yeah, I get the whole. It's wild, isn't it? How cities get.
Yeah.
personality of music comes out of it.
It is.
Wonder why that is.
I don't know. You know, it's funny is I actually live in the Pacific Northwest now. I live in Oregon. That's where I'm at. And you know, I mean, we've only been here for a few months actually, but you know, I'm looking forward to a future where I can kind of explore the music scene around here more.
Where maybe you can't say exactly where you're.
Oh no, I mean, I'm in Eugene, Oregon.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I'm from Eastern Washington. That's where I grew up, and so I drive through that area all the time. I go up and see my mom. I drive from LA up to Eastern Washington.
That's so cool, man. Wow, it's a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll wave. I'll just every day in the hopes that you're passing by.
We'll trade comics.
Perfect. There we go. Yeah. I've got a few long boxes around here somewhere to pull some stuff out. Probably my prized possession, I guess I would say my prized possession is I've got a good portion of the original Son of Satan run.
Oh wow.
I've got I've got it, you know, I mean they're pretty beat
weird
up.
Hero,
but,
huh? What a weird hero.
Yeah, I always dug that one for some reason. I remember
Morbius, remember the sort of vampire hero guy? Or
Yep.
Werewolf, you know, Michael Plug.
Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf guy. Yeah, he had jeans and the rest of him was wolf.
It's just so much fun and such caricature.
Yeah, think of what we could have been doing in high school.
Good point.
You know, but we're just like
right. Spending time, nose in the book. I tell you, I fell out of reading comics for a few years here, like new stuff. And I recently picked up that Berserker comic, the Keanu Reeves one.
I don't know.
It's brand new. It's called Berserker. And if you get a chance, man, it's really cool. He co-wrote it, and it's a super neat book. And I really dig it.
Huh? Jesus.
Right.
I mean, you know, he's harnessed the tragedies, I guess, but boy, what fun building motorcycles, writing comic books, starring in movies that are basically comic books. I mean,
writing a comic book that he's going to star in the movie of. They're making a Berserker movie, or they've got plans to make a Berserker movie. So wild. No, I agree with you. You never hear a bad thing about the guy.
No, never do.
Well, Garrett, listen, man, I don't want to keep you any longer. You've been terribly generous with your time, and I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to Army of the Dead, and now I'm really looking forward to Sprung. So maybe I'll get to talk to you again about that in the future.
Anytime, my brother. All right.
Awesome, pal.